pickle beer once, and it was a mistake. Can't wait to build your first MG. Yeah, it's just more to it, but it's still going from HG to MG is going to feel very natural to you. You're gonna like it. You're gonna be really impressed by some stuff, but it's not gonna feel like. I think it's gonna feel kind of next level in terms of complexity and goodness of what's there, but it's not gonna feel like next level of difficulty to do. You know. Here goes my first sprue. I'm finishing my first sprue on this PG kit. The arrangement of sprues on this thus far has felt much more kind. It's almost like they recognize that there are a billion sprues in this, and they don't want you to be frustrated having to sort through them all the time. Pickle beer, no. As long as you don't go with MG Plan 303E Deep Striker as your first. Thankfully, I have no interest in that. I specifically dislike stuff with a lot of stuff pasted onto its outside. Yes, I did get full armor, Unicorn Verka, but I'm building most of the stuff into the base jabber, and I'm not putting on most of the accessories. Okay, most of the weapons and things. I'm gonna keep it relatively simple. Not a hypocrite, not yet. MG was fun, intimidated at first, but it felt like a big HG kit in some ways. Epion, yeah, Epion's not a bad one. Just have that repetition in the whip, but otherwise, from what I've seen, it's pretty smooth and straightforward. MG, I was like, wait, why isn't it just a statue? Squiggle. Oh, that's right. The Mark III, that's right. The red one. That's a beautiful design. Just the aesthetics of it are so balanced, and all of it goes together. Obviously, the color scheme is simple, but in spite of it being simple, it's good. But the facets, the geometry, the balance of and distribution of visual mass is really nice on that. Sixth Sense, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for so much. Appreciate you a lot. Thank you for all of your contributions to just making this feel great. And of course, you're welcome back at any time. But for now, get some good sleep. Technically not MG. Oh, that's right. It's Re 100. That's right. I forgot about that. Completely forgot about that. Gonna do it up proper with files and panel lining. Nice. Yeah, red is okay. So Aaron, you know, red is a rough one for stress lines, stress marks. You're gonna want to be sure to multi cut. Don't just cut way out here and then cut right flush. Cut out and then cut in a little bit more. Cut in a little bit more. Cut in a little bit more. Take those smaller slices. Ooh, Should Be Reading has asked the question. Should I take a moment? I think I should. I think it's been a while. Amish Ace, how's it going? Doing. Should Be Reading has asked the question. Let me see if I'm any better at this presentation.
I will make it.
I'll try. They built bricks around a blue in Germany. Nice. So Should Be Reading. Let me try to take you through this fairly quickly and as simple as reasonably possible. So grades in Bandai, grades in Gundam refer to two things, usually simultaneously, but sometimes there's a little bit of separation. I'm going to ignore all the edge cases. I'm going to ignore vintage kits and just talk about today, like normal stuff. The most common grade is called high grade. High grade kits are 1/144th scale, 1/144. And this is the size of a one.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
This is the size of a 1/44th scale kit right here. Oops, yep. So a high grade would typically
Show
be.
me what you got.
I will, Lurking Gundam. I will in a minute. So this is a high grade kit right here, a 1/44th scale high grade. There's also another one behind me, another one, which is that guy right there in the middle. This. So it's a high grade version of what I'm building today. So again, it's 1/44th scale, but also at 1/44th scale are entry grades. So this is an entry grade here. So it's the same size, but easier to make. These require no tools. The entry grades specifically are a relatively new concept. Entry grade, 1/44th scale, requires no tools, but can still be really, really cool. And some of the entry grades can actually be better than some of the older, higher grade ones, like the older, high grade ones. So right there in the middle is a high grade version of the original Gundam. And then over here on the right is an entry grade version of the same thing. And from a distance, you can't even tell the difference. Those other two are also entry grade models. Again, no tools required. They cost anywhere from $7 on sale to as much as $14, right? No tools, no paint, no glue, and you're good. You're done. So that's entry grade or high grade. Just level of difficulty is slightly different. High grades do require at least one tool to get the parts off the sprues. The entry grades, you just push them off. Also at this size, this scale, is a thing called real grade. Real grade is, again, the same thing, just more complex. So you go from entry grade, super easy, barely an inconvenience. High grade, also quite easy, requires a tool, and you can do some nicer things with them. Real grade, which I don't have any of,